What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is 17 house details in the US that puzzle foreigners. This video is by Bright. Their links will be in the description, but wait till after this video. They don't need any more subscribers, but you can go and sub to them after this video. Subscribe here if you're new around here, we'd seriously appreciate it. Smash that like button as well. Millie's going to mute her phone right next to the microphone. And what do you reckon? 17 house details in the US that puzzle foreigners.
Is one going to be like types of food?
Potentially, I don't know. It may go down that route. I was thinking more the route of, I think wearing shoes is going to come up on this.
Yeah, I think, by the way, like even just the house like layout, like rooms. So I think like because they have a pantry.
Yeah, I mean, maybe UK, walk-in wardrobe.
We do have pantries, but they're not like pure pantries.
I don't know. We do have pantries.
Not
I don't know
really,
about that
though,
one. In the UK, I think there's quite a few pantries. I think so.
In none of our houses.
In my old house in England, we had a pantry.
A full-on walk-in room.
Oh no! Well, it was tiny, but it was a pantry, and it was called pantry. So I don't know about that. But walk-in wardrobes, maybe, because that is very common in America, isn't it? In just a standard house, pantry may be right, to be fair. But I know quite a lot of houses which have makeshift pantries and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe not in Jersey because you don't get much space.
This is when we something that like puzzles people, but I feel like in the US, I mean UK, don't get me wrong, does have this before I say it.
Okay.
They do have them, but I feel like it's a lot more common in houses in the US for en-suites. In multiple rooms. I feel like that's a very big I feel like that's a very big American thing.
Well, I am an architect for people who didn't know, and every flat we do do an en-suite.
Yeah, but that's because you've not got big enough flats for. Yeah, but I'm talking about
every new
houses.
Build has every house we do would have an ensuite and a master bedroom.
But not old
we're
builds.
Talking,
No, we're talking house that already built.
No, that I don't think.
No, I don't believe you.
I tell you what, pantry has more of a shout than ensuites. That one's a load of rubbish.
I want to know. Do you guys have Capri Suns?
I assume we do. Let us know. Do you have Capri Suns?
Because this summer berries one, by the way.
Yeah, a kids drink, but they bang. They do bang.
I want to know. Oh, imagine if they have different flavours. Oh, let us know.
Let us know.
Because we got this one and we got orange.
Yeah, I think there is some others, but we don't really see them much.
So just let me know, please.
But I think like walking indoors with the shoes on, we don't do that. We take our shoes off all the time when we go indoors. That is a very American thing, which we've learned about on here. That'll definitely be on here. I would put my life on that being here. Others, I'm not sure. Are you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Super long intro. Hope you've enjoyed this waffling. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's check out 17 house details in the US that puzzle foreigners. If I cough at all, by the way, I am still ill. I've had a chest infection.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. And apparently, huge freezing cold houses with weird sockets. Wait, what's so strange about American homes? Well, anytime I invite my non-American friends over to my house, they're happy to point out how bizarre it is.
Oh, obviously the sockets are going to come up.
Oh, I thought it was just basic.
Oh, I suppose it is.
Everyone just knew that.
Obviously the sockets are different, yeah. Oh, that's so obvious.
1. Big houses.
Yeah.
First of all, not all Americans have huge houses. Plenty of people rent small apartments, and houses come in all different sizes. But yeah, I'll agree that the typical American home is pretty big and spacious compared to other countries.
Definitely.
Where the average square footage for European houses is about 1,500 feet. It's 2,700 feet in the U.S.
American houses are
I guess the numbers don't lie. Number 2. A room for everything. To fill our giant houses, we've got a room for pretty much anything you can imagine. If you can count closets as tiny rooms, and they kind of are when you think about it, every American home has multiples of...
I said walk-in wardrobe. That's what you have.
I
said
want,
that.
do you know what I want?
No pantry up there.
I want to build my own American house.
Yeah, in Jersey that costs too much money.
I just want to build my own American house.
There are closets for clothes in each bedroom, usually one near the front door for coats and shoes, one in the bathroom or hallway for towels, one in the kitchen in the form of a pantry. Yep, we love storage space that's built into the house. Those big wardrobes you might get from IKEA aren't really a thing here.
Oh, wow.
Number 3. Huge personal washers and dryers. Speaking of rooms, there's also usually one just for doing laundry. Also, most Americans have both a washer and a separate dryer.
Yeah, we'd call that a utility
room. Like my house when I grew up in had a utility room. That was where our washer and dryer was.
Yeah, pretty much. We do sometimes have that.
And they tend to be big too. My European friends tell me that their washer is in the kitchen or bathroom, and they hang their clothes to dry.
We've paused it so much.
European people, some of them put their washing machines in their bathrooms. Now,
I've never seen in the bathroom before.
No, I've seen it in a picture. I get it, electric, that's kind of madness. But isn't that a good idea? Because that's where you get undressed.
I mean...
You do not get Why do we put a washing machine in the kitchen? We don't get unchanged there.
Yeah, but that's a load of rubbish because I come home from work, take my work clothes off in the bedroom.
You walk through the door and then you take off items of clothing as you walk around the bottom of the house. Yeah. I find socks in the hallway, pants in the bathroom, tops in the bedroom.
We get changed to record from work clothes, so I take my clothes off every day in here. And you know what? Because...
Yeah, I'm not putting a washing machine in here though.
That's what I mean. Like, how often do you... You know what I mean?
Yeah, but how often do you get changed? How often do you get naked in the kitchen?
I've never got naked in the kitchen.
So why have you got a washing machine in the kitchen?
I don't.
No, we do it here.
I
we don't at this house, but people's houses, they have it under the sink. Like,
yeah, but you just take your clothes from your bedroom because you don't want to wash in your bedroom to the kitchen. Let us know your thoughts on that.
Just really funny. You get naked? He's acting like he actually does the washing.
I did the other day, actually. I was poorly, off work. I took washing out. I put washing in. I did a good job. High five. Go on, please.
I do that on a daily.
I nailed it.
But again, I'm sure it comes down to the issue of space. Still, even if a person in the US doesn't have their own, they just go down to the laundromat to use the machines there. You won't see many Americans hand washing their clothes or hanging them to dry. I mean, who has time for that? 4. Basements. And here's yet another way to have plenty of storage space. Or, of course, if you're in the Midwest, basements serve as a shelter when a tornado hits.
Yes,
but besides storage and tornado safety, a lot of American homes have gorgeous finished basements that serve as another living space.
See, that's
it
awesome.
Might be in the form of a guest room or a recreational area to hang out in. 5. The abandoned dining room.
Yeah.
And there are some rooms that we don't even use at all. Okay, maybe this just applies to my family, but we never use the dining room. It's there, we have a beautiful dining table, but we always just take our dinner to the living room and watch TV while we eat.
Yeah, but I bet Christmas Day you're using that dining table, no? So it's not abandoned, it's a once-a-year special.
Yeah, but like at your dad's house,
yeah,
they got rid of the table because no one eats at the table.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, we always used to eat it.
Well, yeah, a kid's different, isn't it? Because kids, you're not going to trust on the couch.
But, like, if you're having Christmas dinner, you'd sit at that dining table. You wouldn't sit on your couch and eat your Christmas dinner.
To be fair, James, when we have our own place, we're going to eat in our bedroom on Christmas Day.
Nah, we'll be sitting at the table.
I'm not sitting at the table with just you.
That's awkward. You got to sit at a table Christmas Day.
I'm sitting with just you at the table.
Hey, dinner and a movie. 6. Serious about fire safety. More specifically, I'm talking about having multiple smoke alarms throughout the house. I personally have one in the kitchen, another in the hallway, and one in each bedroom.
Yeah, that's a common thing, especially new builds. We've got to design them in every single one, basically smoke detectors, every room, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel like we're also big on fire safety.
We got one in here.
We've got one in the hallway. We've got one in the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't get that one. I think we're big on it as well. Maybe old-fashioned house. Maybe the angle is maybe some more old-fashioned house hasn't got them.
But also remember, this is European.
Very true.
So
not just us.
It's not even UK and
maybe
Europe.
Spain don't care about the fires.
That's what I mean. Like Spanish houses, French houses, English houses are all very different in their own way.
We're just saying it on UK part, definitely.
National Fire Protection Association recommends, and I'm probably not alone in following their guidelines to a T. Fire safety is taken so seriously in the States that landlords can get in big trouble if they don't immediately fix a non-working smoke alarm for their tenants. And perhaps it's for fire safety or just a convenience thing. But I've always had an electric stove in any house I've lived in.
Oh, wow.
Gas stoves aren't as popular as they are elsewhere in the world.
I don't like gas stoves.
7. Wall-to-wall carpeting. This point will often depend on how old a house is, because a lot of the old ones have wooden floors.
Yeah.
But most homes, especially the newer ones, have wall-to-wall carpeting in every room. Well, not the kitchen or bathroom, of course,
same as
but
England.
everywhere else, it's carpeted. Is this really just an American thing?
No, because
if you're from another country,
I can tell because my grandma's house in France.
Yeah.
is tile the whole way through the house.
Some houses over here are. Some
like
houses
that's
are.
it. That's I can see that how that's a European thing.
Yeah, but I think.
But in England, I feel like a lot of people do have carpets.
Yeah,
it's just a preference of what you prefer.
I think in England, some people like wooden floors. I know a few of my mates had wooden floors
it's
everywhere.
Like upstairs. So we've got wooden floors in the kitchen, lounge.
It's just preference, but most of the time,
I prefer carpet because I like my little feet to have.
Definitely cozy feet.
I don't like slippers.
You'll have to let me know down below.
I love a slipper.
No.
8. How low can you go? Now, my European friends find my toilet quite fascinating and mildly confusing. I guess toilets in the U.S. sit lower than the ones in Europe do. It's not because we're necessarily shorter or that it's more comfortable for us. Low-sitting toilets actually serve a purpose. Being closer to the ground is a healthier and more natural way to, do your numbers.
There you go.
Before we even had commodes, our caveman ancestors squatted on the ground. So, just trying to keep it all natural over here. And, well, civilized too, of course. 9. Toilet bowls full of water. You didn't think I was done talking about toilets, did you? Okay, one more toilet fact for the day. In the U.S., they're full of water. On his first visit to the States, one of my...
What about when you flush though?
What about when you block it? You know what I mean? It happens, and you block it, and then it rises.
Just like a little bit at the bottom.
You start panicking because it's rising. Because it were low, it don't overflow.
I can't believe we're talking to everybody about our toilets.
Well, no, it's true. But if it's already halfway up and you block it and it starts rising, like, it's just game over. You know what I mean? Surely, let us know. People, all right. We've got to be honest here. Let us know in the comments, does that happen to you? And does it overflow? Because that'd be grim. That would be grim.
You're right.
I'm just talking facts.
My friends actually thought my toilet was clogged. Nope.
Yeah, I'd think
all that water is totally normal and serves several purposes as well. First of all, it keeps the bowl from getting too dirty and staining the porcelain. That way, we don't have to use...
We have like little gel things on the side of the toilet which comes down with the flush and it cleans it.
Yeah, it's like
or
soap.
You bleach it.
Yeah, it's like it releases, when you flush, it releases like
the water
soap.
goes over it and it goes with it,
flushes and the water, when you flush the toilet, don't get me wrong, the water comes to the top.
Yeah, it comes up and then goes back down.
Wipe away all the gel, and it cleans it all, and it's all clean.
Which is the issue with a blocking, because it goes...
As long as you use the brush if you need to, and you put some bleach down there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but you can...
Just...
use the brush
we got
as
clean
often.
Toilets too.
It also minimizes smells. But there is a downside of more splashing, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. 10.
Yeah.
One faucet to rule them all. I haven't done a lot of traveling, but I have been to the faucet to rule them all.
Okay.
I haven't done a lot of traveling, but I have
been to
the...
So this is pretty much, a faucet is a tap. So pretty much, in most English houses built, I'd probably say over 20 years ago, it's 2 taps, a hot and cold tap. But nowadays you have a 1 mixer tap, and that's
just turn it, and
you just turn it, it does it. But in America, 99% of houses just have that 1 tap. They brought it into fashion a lot quicker. We do it now in modern houses, but it's usually most of the time 2 taps. Yeah, we got one. Yeah,
a normal tap. Modern tap.
Because we've had a new bathroom and stuff like that.
But at my old house, I just had 1 tap.
Yeah, because it was done up by Andrew. Andrew would have done it up.
No, I'm talking like when I was like.
Literally,
my life.
That's what I mean. Before, if a house was built before 20 years ago, and it hasn't been refurbished or anything like tap wise, 99% of the time it'll be 2 taps. But I don't think that ever really happened in America. It was always just 1. If that makes sense.
The UK, and I was flabbergasted by the separate faucets in the bathroom. How do you guys use those anyways?
Yeah, but normally you have a wheel
my
ones,
hands under scalding hot
or
freezing cold water.
No.
So I'm thinking in my head.
One's cold and one's hot.
Yeah, but that's 2 different taps.
Yeah.
But surely it's just, say this is a tap and 2 things, and you twist which one you want hot and twist which one you want cold. But it's one tap.
That's the same. That's the same thing
I've
as
never
well.
seen that before.
That's just a different graphic. I have seen the ones where they come out separate. Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
In quite a lot of UK houses that have that, because again they're just older style houses built a long time ago. I mean, it's just the pipe work. They only did the pipe work 1 to the hot, 1 to the cold.
I've never seen that.
And it was easy, and it just releases a valve. Whereas now you have actually a mixer pipe, and it does it. But yeah, no, quite common.
Separately. Jump back and forth between the 2? In the US, sinks always have just 1 faucet, and you can customize the temperature of the water however you like. Now, as for getting that perfect temperature when you're taking a shower, don't even get me started on that. 11. Crank up the AC. Yeah, most of us leave the AC running all through the summer instead of opening a window or using a fan.
Yeah, we don't
Probably
have AC,
not the most cost-efficient solution, especially in a big house, but it just feels so nice. The same goes for cranking the heat up in the winter. You won't see many radiators in the US. 12. Wearing shoes inside.
Yes, that's
Most
weird.
of the world has a pretty strict policy about taking your shoes off at the front door. But that's not really the case here. Most families are totally okay with wearing shoes inside around the house, as long as they're not muddy or anything. Sure, there are those
There is definitely some people who say, yeah, leave your shoes on. But it's literally, as soon as you walk in the door, you start taking the shoe off. And it's normally...
I just prefer to take my shoes off.
Yeah, I don't want to bring the
shoes.
doggy poo I've accidentally stepped in.
But I also don't like wearing shoes.
It is more comfy.
If people are walking around your house in their shoes, the next morning when you come down with no shoes on and you're in your pyjamas and all that and you're walking around on the same carpet with your shoes on.
True.
For me, I don't personally like it, but...
I suppose it depends. Like, house parties, you probably leave your shoes on.
No, I would take my shoes off.
But I suppose it all depends, doesn't it?
I literally go to New Year's Eve parties at your auntie's house and I don't even take shoes.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah, very true. I guess it
just depends on the...
There is sometimes, though, they do say to you,
houses, though,
leave your shoes on as soon as you start taking them off. And I normally take them off anyway. Yeah. But the odd time I will go, are you sure? And I go, yeah. And if it's hard flooring, I will keep it on sometimes.
It depends on people's opinion.
It does, but it's pretty rare to wear shoes.
It'll be no shoes in our house.
Yeah, definitely.
American families that don't do it. So, if you're ever in the States, it's customary to ask if you need to take your shoes off at the front door.
I do that at everyone's house anyway.
Most of the time, the answer will be, nah, you're fine. 13. Switchless sockets. Now, apparently in Europe, you have a switch to either allow the power to flow by...
The amount of times we probably put it in, forgot to turn it on, our phone's not charged.
So what, do you take it out when you're not charging it then? Because if you left it in there, it's just on all the time.
Yeah, but have you never left a plug in with the switch on? But we do it all the time. It's the same thing.
Children put their fingers in a plug that's switched on, like an American plug,
they're
going to get electrocuted because it's on.
Yeah, but
if you put your finger in a plug that's turned off, you're not going to get electrocuted.
Okay, but all we have to do is accidentally flick that thing.
Yeah, but that's a step. That's a step of precaution.
I reckon. I honestly reckon, guys. No. Again, so far coughing. If we checked every plug socket in this room, we'd probably only have one of them switched off. The rest you just unplug the socket. Not got kids. Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. We just don't.
Must have been you from putting your fingers in there.
But all it takes is for them to lean on it and it turns it back on. I don't mind it.
It's extra precaution.
It's a less steps to do. I like it.
By turning a button on or cutting it by switching it off. In America, you don't have this option. And that's most likely because of the fact that we have a lower voltage running through our sockets. So the risk of shocking yourself when you unplug something without turning the socket off first isn't as high.
See, we don't turn it off.
As high.
14. No tea kettle in the kitchen.
Yeah. The US. I know we've paused those, but that is weird. Literally no kettle.
I know.
It's like, there is some legends. There's some legends out there who have electric kettles. Let us know in the comments who you are. Would you be able to go without electric kettle? I reckon you could actually.
Well, I could because I don't really drink tea.
What about your pot noodles though?
Yeah, but the thing is,
pot noodles.
Yeah, but the thing is, let me speak. Is they just boil water? So if you grew up that way, you just like boiling a kettle, isn't it?
Very true. But it's more efficient doing a kettle, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you don't have a kettle when you're growing up and you're just growing up by boiling the water on the pan, you're not going to know any different, are you?
You make a very good point there.
I don't really think boiling water in a pan is that. It's
not
that much of an inconvenience.
It's not, but a kettle is clutch, definitely.
The US is mostly a coffee drinking country, so we don't really use tea kettles. And if you're thinking, well, what about a kettle to boil water for instant coffee? The answer to that, my friend, is that most homes have a coffee maker to brew it fresh. 15. Garbage disposals. Ah, yes, the convenience of rinsing your plate right in the sink, flipping the switch, and sending all that ground-up food down the drain. Garbage disposals are a lot more common in the States. In fact, over 50% of American homes have one. I imagine it comes down to better sanitation.
That's like 160 million people have them if you just go half the population. Whereas out of a 70 million, I think roughly our population, 60, 70 million. What?
5 people?
5 people might have them. I've never seen one in the... I've never actually seen one.
I want one.
I've seen them on TV programs, but have you ever seen one in person?
No. I want
there you go. Oh yeah, definitely. They'd be cool, wouldn't they? So much easier.
Sanitation and avoiding raunchy smells coming from your trash can. 16. Flags everywhere.
Yeah.
Americans really do love to display the old Star-Spangled Banner. So most homes here have at least one hanging outside the house.
I love that.
But it's not just our national flag we like to hoist. A lot of people have a flag with their favorite football team or the college they went to on it. What can I say? We like flags. 17. Pristine lawns. And finally, surrounding that big house full of rooms, closets, carpet, and weird sockets, we have our beautiful lawns. Okay, the perfect pristine kind are usually only found in the suburbs, but in general, Americans like to take care of their yard. Plus, most neighborhoods have rules about it. Even if you don't want to, you often have to keep your lawn mowed and free of leaves or clutter. Everything's gotta look nice and clean. And now, whether you're American or not, which of these things apply to your house? Let me know down in the comments.
Let us know what you guys thought in the comments below. On my lawns one, I just think that's just kind of been neat. I'd do our lawns.
Well, and also, like, the thing is if you're the only messy house on the street, you kind of make the street look bad.
Yeah, but no, you just look messy, don't you?
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Someone comes outside the house, the first impression is that front lawn.
I want to see nice.
I'll be out every day with my little lawnmower.
You think we're going to afford a garden in Jersey?
Oh yeah, we'll be able to afford a garden. That's great. I don't have to cut any grass.
We're lucky to get a balcony.
Did you enjoy that?
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of things in there. Again, I feel this is like back-to-back super long videos, which we just talked about. So high five. We've enjoyed them, haven't we? Sorry if I did cough a few times in there. I do apologise. I got a chest infection. Millie's fed up with my chest infection. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, we'd seriously appreciate if you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Maybe share it to a friend. Should we share it to a friend?
Sure.
Go for it. And what should we do?
Share it to a friend and tell them Millie is the best. And then have a great day.
And then have a great day after that. We'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.